Hello, everybody. This is Coach Joanne. Very, very excited to be here for yet another weekly YouTube, Facebook Live. I've been thinking about this week, what has happened, what are some of the highlights. And as we go on, I will definitely share with you. But I just want to appreciate everybody who has been streaming in every single week, whether by replay, whether live, whether somebody has invited you or you just stumbled across me. I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't take it for granted. I always say this: the internet is huge, the internet is gigantic, but you found this little corner that gives you joy, just as it does me. And I don't take that lightly. So I just want to start by saying thank you so much. And especially this last quarter, I've been pensive about so many things in life. And one of the things that has come so greatly to me is the fact that we are alive and we have purpose and we have vision, and there's a reason that we have been sustained up until this moment. So I just want to start by saying that number one, just gratitude for everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly. It all works out for the good, even when we don't see the good in it. So, just really quickly, I want to also acknowledge those who are joining me from the different parts of the world, but especially want to give you all a big shout out. Those of you who are signing up for the 100-day sprint. And as you come in, wherever you are, please presence yourself and let me know that you're here. We are running a 100-day journey starting next Thursday, a week from now. My sprinters and myself will be taking on a journey that I'm very excited about. And I pray that you all join me and that those of you who join in will be able to make the most of it. So please say hello, let me know you're here. I can see some eyes popping. I eat, live, and breathe life purpose. And I strongly believe that if we are not honoring our purpose, we're suffocating our soul. And what I want us to do in those 100 days is to ensure that we really, really, really make the best of the year. Thanks so much, B, for saying hi. Thank you for joining me. And I'm so, so happy that you're here. And if you look at what we're going to talk about today, it's a continuation of last week where I spoke about champions I made in the last quarter, but I want to take it a notch higher. It all starts with a desire and not just a burning desire. I'm going to talk a little about that because a burning desire is what precedes motivation. You can motivate yourself all you want, but there has to be something deep inside that is a burning desire, not just a regular desire. And I see somebody from Dallas, Texas. If you could just say the name, because it just shows me Facebook user, so I can be able to tell, that would be good. And I want to say this: the stronger that burning desire, and we're going to go deep into this, the stronger that burning desire, the bigger, right, your motivation, the more high your chances are for taking action for whatever it is that you want to undertake. So I want to be very clear with that. Team Joanne is also in the house. Thank you so much. And I want you to write for me in the chat, those who are watching, and you can invite a friend or two to join us. Has any of you read the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill? Just say yes or no. Think and Grow Rich is probably one of the best. Oh, Florence. Hi, Flo. Nice to have you all the way from Dallas. It's my prayer one day to come to Dallas because there are some two mega churches that I keep saying, I think one is in Dallas, one is in Houston, and I look forward to that opportunity. So, if you know the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, he says something, and I'm going to read it for you guys. He says, there is one quality that one must possess to win. Before I go into my presentation, there is one quality that one must possess to win, one quality, and that is definiteness of purpose, the knowledge of what one wants, and a burning desire to possess it. Why this is important is that I ask people on a daily basis, including me being asked sometimes, what do you want? And many people don't know what they really want. And I want you to say right now in the chat for me, what is it that you truly want to accomplish in the next 108 days? Today, to the end of the year is 108 days. Just think and be bold. Be bold and audacious. Be bold and courageous and put it in the chat. This is what I want, because many of us haven't, right? I haven't read it yet. It is, I think I probably read it like 15 times, and I kid you not. I think you should read it. It's a must read. And I think every time I've read it, I've picked elements of it that are separate from what I picked up the last time I read it. I hope that makes sense. And every time I read it, it adds to my to my intelligence. I don't know how to explain that. Like, I'm intelligent, thank you, but it adds another level, because it's just such a deep read. And I would suggest that you, when you read, like when you start with definiteness of purpose and the burning desire, which is chapter 1, concentrate on that like for 1 month. Like, that's what I mean. Like, read it for that only. Don't move to chapter 2. Then when you finish that, you move to the next chapter for like another month. It's an incredible book. So I want to say this, and a desire is, and I'm gonna say it layman language, yeah, is that hope for something. This is something that you want. I desire to have this. So some of you are, I desire to buy a new house. Some of you are, I desire to launch a YouTube channel. Another one, I desire to launch a business. I desire to quit my corporate job. I desire to move up in my corporate job. I desire to release 20 kilos in weight. I desire. So, can I see some of those desires? I desire, did I say about writing a book? I desire to write a book. I desire, fill in the blank. That's what I'm talking about, right? That's just a desire. But a burning desire is a pure reflection of your need to possess something. Like, nothing will stop you. And one of the things that my coach said last night on one of the calls that I had with her, she said something so powerful. She said, a burning desire, nobody can give that to you. She said it cannot be taught to you, it cannot be given to you. It's already inherently within you. And I found that so potent, because I can teach you all I want every single week. But your burning desire is your burning desire. And I can psych you up. I can be your biggest cheerleader. I can stand here and jump on the mountains, singing everything to motivate you, but it has to come from you. And this burning desire is what leads you to your success, because I realize that when you have a burning desire, you make success inevitable. You say to yourself that no matter what, I'm going to accomplish this thing. And I'm going to give you an example. So this past week, my coach was running a challenge, and those of you who follow me on Instagram or some of the social medias, I did share. So what my coach had a 5-day challenge, and I really have a lot of balls that I'm juggling like everybody else. But I'm like, you know what? This is my coach. This is a matter of honor, and this is a matter of integrity. And I want to be involved. I want to be a part of it. I want to really go all in with it. But again, I have all these other things that I'm doing, and the calls that she was running were conflicting with this YouTube and my own client calls. But I'm like, no matter what, I'm going to catch up the replays. I'm going to catch up with what she's teaching. And I remember on Saturday morning, the Friday homework was to do a live video. But by the time my Friday was ending, it was like 11. And I'm like, I ain't doing a live video in the middle of the night. I'm going to wake up and do it. And at 6 in the morning, I kid you not, Saturday morning, as I was waking up to go for my walk and to do my devotional, I literally finished my devotional and went straight to do the video. And I was laughing because I'm like, who's going to watch this video at 6 in the morning? But a couple of eyes popped up to watch me. And it was so funny because I was committed. I had this burning desire to finish what I started. And I had a call with her later in the day. It was a personal call. And I said to her, I can't believe that I woke up at 6 in the morning. And she's like, John, I actually was one of those eyes. I'm like, what? This person is so serious, right? And I'm like, you know what? The reason why I'm doing it is not even because of you. It's because that's the same level of commitment I want to see from my own clients. How can I expect my clients to show up for themselves at that level when I'm not showing up at that level for my coach? It's a matter of reciprocity here, and she got it. And I remember going through the weekend, catching up on assignments and doing the thing. And I really felt good by Sunday, because Monday was the day she was it was finished on Sunday, and she's like, Monday I'm making my announcements, and I didn't know what the announcements were. And she sends out this email, and she's like, at 9:30 p.m., guys, join me. I'm gonna be making some announcements for the prizes of the people um who have won. I hope I can play for you that video. It was so cute. And I'm gonna jump in so that I can celebrate the winners. I know, I didn't have any anticipation because I was like, I could have done a bit more, but I knew I had really given it a big shot. But there are people who had really done a lot, so I'm like, I've done my bit with what I could with the resources. And I was so pleasantly surprised. And that's why, guys, I said Supernatural September. If you remember, I said the Kairos moment, you don't strive, you don't struggle, you don't push. Because the first announcement she made is like, this person just showed up. She did what she could, and she showed up, and her commitment and her willingness to just go the full journey, especially knowing how much she has on her plate. And she went on and on and on. And I'm like, oh, that person just sounds like me. Is there somebody else who has a life like mine? And she goes, and the winner is, my name. And I'm like, oh, bless. I couldn't believe it. It was just like, what are you talking about? And she's like, you showed up. You did the work. 6 in the morning, you're doing videos. Who does that? And she said, that's the commitment that we're talking about. That's the burning desire that we're talking about. And I felt so proud of myself because I could see the things that I teach you guys that I'm actually living them out. I'm not perfect, but one thing I can say is that there's no miscongruence. There's no lack of harmony. It's all one happy little family in me. And I was so happy to get the prize. And the funny thing is, I had just talked about, if you guys read my email on Monday, if you're on my email list, I shared a book that you guys must read, which is Bamboozled by Jesus. And that's actually the prize that I won. Go figure. And I had been listening to it on Audible, and I kept saying I'm going to get a hard copy. So my hard copy was in my Amazon cart, and I'm like, I'm going to buy it. And she's like, don't worry, I've got you. That we're going to mail it to you, and you're going to get it. So that's what a burning desire does. It helps you accomplish things even without you recognizing. And it brings what looks like synchronicity, or it looks like, just things that are out there. It brings them to life. So I just wanted to give that quick thing. And B, look at this. Let me just see this. Okay. Let's see. She says, her purpose for this days is launch her signature coaching program. It is drafted, but fear has talked her out of it. It's written and hidden. You know what, B? We cannot afford to have you as the world's best kept secret, and you know that. That's not happening. So the signature coaching program has to be released within those 100 days. Money, she's going to pitch her business to one major investor. I am ready. I just must instigate this miracle meeting. Remember what we said, the Kairos moment. You're going to instigate, but everything, all the forces are coming together for your good. And if you've not watched that video, I believe you are there. Please go back to it, because there are activations that will help release this miracle, because I know it's going to happen. And then regarding your health, she wants to walk daily, pray, and fast at least 7 kilograms to go in those 100 days. This you shall, because that's about 2.25 kilos a week. No, a month. So doable. That's 500 grams a week, darling. You can't do it. And you said, I have to. Ladies, those are the words of a burning desire. Like, there's no alternative. It has to happen. There's no choice. I refuse to accept any other possibility. Can somebody put that for me in the chat? I refuse to accept any other possibility. So let's go straight to my presentation, and please let me know that you can see my slides. As I keep telling you, ladies, a lot of my preparations, I hope that it's working. So let me know you can see. Let me say slides in the chat so that I know you can see the slides. Team, are my slides showing or am I not showing? For me, I can see them, so I believe you all are. All right, excellent. Thank you so much. So champions are made in the fourth quarter. This is part 2, and I just felt like doing a presentation so that we can get you all, and even those who are going to watch the replay, just have something to really latch on to. and help you. You refuse to accept or expect any other option. And I resonate with that 100%. So I started by my gratitude. I did share my gratitude about my own experience with my coach and what happened. And for me, that has been a phenomenal experience this week, confirming to me that I'm on the right track and that I am on, I'm on the path towards also achieving my big dreams. And I want to say this: gratitude is the fairest blossom which springs from the soul. There's nothing that comes out so from a more pure space than gratitude. So I want each one of you, even as we go into what we are refusing to accept as no other alternative, what is it that we are grateful for up until this point? Can somebody share with me? For me, it's really hanging on and doing my work even under some, we all have tough conditions. We all do. But I can tell you there are things I've overcome in this season that blow my mind, that I'm like, how are you still even able to function? How are you still able? But there's that fortitude, there's that burning desire, there's that, I say the weight of my calling is so heavy, I can't even play with it. I can't joke with it. It has been given to me. So let's look back to move forward. Let's reclaim our 2022 because we still have time, right? So I want you to truly reflect for yourself. Think about this, right? And I think it's cutting some parts of my slide, but I'm just going to read what I can see. But think about this. What does this year look like for you? What is it that you're really feeling? You must have done something right this year, right? And they still tend to do even more. And as we go into Q4, which starts officially in a couple of weeks, right? This is where the best separate themselves from the regular folk. This is where you're like, you know what, I'm gonna do this no matter what. And Q4 is full of potential and tapped possibilities. Why? Because it's that time where you're like we said here, I refuse to accept I refuse to accept or expect any other option, because we know we have this timeline that we really want to crush those goals. So very, very important. And it's full, as I said, it's full of untapped possibilities. It is full of hope. And I want to see the word right, hope. It is full of hope and opportunities that are available for each one of us to reach and grab them. You know what? I was talking to my friend the other day, and she said something so beautiful in our accountability call. She said, the thing that is the most beautiful thing that we all have is hope. Because the moment hope goes, all else is lost. And I just want to pray that each one of you will maintain hope, that you're going to walk in. Hello, Kaine. You're going to walk in with that conviction and confidence that you still have hope in your life, and that you're going to cling to it like you have never clung to it before. Like, I can't even say this more than that. Like, cling to hope and thank me later. Hope. Thank you so much. So 108 days today. So I want to say this: we're going to create some incredible things in the next 108 days. And I'm so excited. Kenna, you've already signed up for the 100-day sprint. I can't wait to do that with you. And the fourth quarter, I want to say this: greatness is the difference between wanting to win and deserving to win. You can want all you want, but if you put no effort, like I gave my story with what happened last week with me and my and what I won. I knew I somehow, actually cannot say I fully felt I deserved to win, because I was doing it under too much pressure, but I can say I put in my best foot forward. Nobody could fault that. I was so present. I was so engaged. Every single day I was communicating in the group. Every single day I was reaching out to my coach. I was telling her what I'm doing. I was so on top of it in spite of all these other things I was doing. So I deserved to win. And that's the same thing. If you put your hand to the plow and you put the seed in the ground, and you water your crop, you put the fertilizer, the manure, you nurture that plant, the harvest shall come. That's a given. And the harvest, as I always say, is so much greater than the seed. And then another thing I want to ask is, do you want to finish with excellence, right? And are you planning to end with as strong an end as you start? Because starting is one thing, but finishing is another. And many of us have half-baked projects happening all the time. Every year you start something, you never finish it, you abandon it along the way, you get distracted, you get in your feelings, your moods, your emotions, somebody pisses you off along the way, suddenly you abandon everything you're doing because of this other person. Meanwhile, this person you're annoyed at, or who has made you stop doing your purpose, living out your purpose and doing your goals, then they're living their life. You're not nowhere. They are enjoying, they are there with their girlfriends, boyfriends, wives, husbands, children, doing their thing. And you here, you are commiserating and neglecting your calling because of somebody else. It's sad. So what creates a champion is not how you start the thing, whatever the thing is for you, but how you complete it. This year, I've seen many of my clients do amazing things. Kind of, you're here, kind of launched her business. It's 3 months, it's gonna turn 3 months old. She's nurtured it. I've seen you guys do such amazing things this year. I've seen my team really support me this year like they've never supported me before. I've seen myself go through and some unsurmountable challenges, but push through them like the next person. But what has kept me going is the word that I've used, the burning desire and the hope and the knowledge of what it is that I want. Like, I keep going back to my vision board, I keep going back to my goals, I keep going back to the things that I have said I've committed myself to doing, and that really pushes me. And I want you to commit yourself to Q4 greatness for the next 108 days. And I'm going to show you how, right? So, can somebody say, show me how? Put it in the chat. Show me how. How I'm going to set you up for greatness in Q4. Anybody wants to let me show them? Say yes or no. Q4 greatness, I want to see it. Say, show me how. I'm looking forward to seeing that in the chat. So here's some critical questions that I want you to think about. What am I grateful for? Show you how. Exactly. You're so with me on this one. Very aligned. So the first thing is, what are you grateful for? That's, number one. Really, what are you grateful for? Tim wants to know. Tim, you want to be shown how? I will show you how. Facebook user, I think it's you, Flo. You want me to show you how? Excellent. Joining the sprint. I'm going to be talking about that in a few minutes. We're going to do 100 days of serious work. And when I say that it's going to be a sprint like no other, I mean it's going to be a sprint like no other, like a definite no-brainer. So what do I want to achieve in the next 100 days? B has been so gracious to be what a brave soul, and she shared her. So she's in the 100 days. We're going to focus on the sprint. B, you told me you're joining the sprint. You're going to launch your signature program. That's happening. We're going to hold you account. Kaine, you better note this. We're going to hold her accountable. To anybody who is joining, note this. Team, screenshot this for me because I have to remind her. And we're getting fear out of the window. We're doing a lot of mindset work. So it's not just me coming and psyching you up. Let's do this. We're doing a lot of work together. The money, pitching your business to the major investor, that must happen within this time that we're together. And then the weight release, that's also happening. I'm very excited about it because that's my thing. You know what it is that you want, and we're going to hold you accountable to that. So that's an example. So anyone else who wants to share theirs, I would love if you can. Why? Because I say a closed mouth don't get fed. B has shown us hers, and we can support her because we know what she's shooting for. If I don't know what you're shooting for, very difficult for me to support you. But if you're brave enough to share, obviously we will support you to move that. The next question I think I've gone ahead of myself. Is what needs to change in terms of your attitude? Do you have an attitude? Do you know yourself? Are you like, oh, the year is over, it's done, it's too late? Or are you one of those people like, oh, what are they going to tell me in this 100 days that I don't already know? I can do this by myself. Think about yourself very honestly. Are you coachable? Are you a know-it-all? I've spoken to people even before I open my mouth to give them advice. They know everything. Like, I'm just like, then why are you asking me? You already know what to do, then go ahead and do it. And if you already knew what to do and you're not doing it, why are you asking me? You know what I mean? you know that kind of person. We all have those type of people, and they could be clients, and they could be yourself, they could be me. I've seen moments of I've had moments where I'm not coachable, and I'm so grateful for my coaches because they call me out. They're like, what's the resistance there, Joanne? Why are you looking at it from this lens? And that's why I always say coaching for me is not a luxury, it is a necessity. I cannot compromise my big dreams and my desires. I can't. I can't. It's a non-negotiable. Like, I can't. So that's why I make sure that at any given time I have the support that I need to forge through my own resistances, through my ego, through me holding myself back, because I know sometimes I'm the one who holds myself back the most. And then kindness. Oh, I love this, darling, and thank you for sharing it. So kindness is she's gonna forge strategic partnerships. And those of you who are joining us in the challenge, the 100-day challenge, we start next week. Hold Kaine, we're holding you to account because she's already in the challenge. So we're going to forge the sprint. It's actually a sprint. We are running to the finishing line. So she's forging strategic partnerships. She's stabilizing her income. I love that. Stabilize your income. So good. No more feast or famine. It's right for me in the chat. No more feast or famine. We're going to stabilize that income. We're going to give you strategies that will support you. That, it's not a business challenge, but of course, me, I'll always coach around business because that's my area of strength as well. And then, of course, number 3 is throw out fear and walk in confidence. You've got that. We are walking in boldness and confidence, and the mindset tools that I will use for this challenge will help you. Invaluable tools through the sprint. So thank you for sharing yours, and anybody else who wants to share, I will be happy to see that. Then your attitude, change your attitude. What needs to change? What will I do differently? Be very honest with yourself. Number 4, where do I need to improve? So when we're talking about the fears, the doubts, the worries, the insecurities, all that is around improving, these things never go. I mean, you guys won't believe it. Sometimes, like many times, I'm fearful. Ask myself, how are things gonna go with regarding this or the other? But one thing I can tell you is that I have a burning desire, and my burning desire is what draws away the fear. And then I'm so propelled by my purpose. Like, I'm so purpose driven, and I believe in fostering purpose driven partnerships with my clients and with other collaborators in my life. And I think that is what has kept me going, even as I said, under very grueling conditions. So no more feast of famine for Kene. We are putting that to an end, because I say this, people ask me, what's the secret to success? And I say there's no secret. What you need is a winning attitude. Like, stop those attitude things, like hand on my face. Stop those things. You need a winning attitude, like, I can do this. What B said here, and that's why I love when you chat. What we said. I refuse to accept or expect any other option. Success for me is inevitable. Like, there's no other way. Like, we are doing it and we are doing it. That's it. So that's a winning attitude. Honesty. Be honest with yourself. Where is the BS in your life? Where are you BSing yourself? Where are you mollycoddling yourself? Where are you talking yourself out of your dreams and desires? Where are you quietly quitting? This concept of quietly quitting, I learned it from one of the mentors that I follow on her podcast, and I loved it. And she's like, have you ever talked to, she said something and I laughed because I've seen it so many times, not only with myself but with clients, where a client says she's going to achieve something, say it's a financial goal, and she's like, I'm going to crush this goal, this is the amount of money I'm going to make. And then when we have the next conversation, I'm like, so how's that going? Then she's like, oh, last week my child was sick, and then, oh, schools have opened. And I'm like, what does school opening and your child being sick have to do with the bigger goal? They're unrelated. 100% unrelated. And that's where we quietly quit, where we use the other little things happening in our lives. And I've been there, where things that are happening in my life, I'll sort of sneak them into where I'm not doing something, sneak them into my excuses, sneak them in a little there. Oh, I didn't have money to do that. But we are resourceful women. We can create money. We can create money. We create money. We are co-creators. You look, you find it. When you want something, you will find it. I say, I know what I want and I will do whatever it is to get it, no matter what. Nothing will stop me. And I think that's one of the things I love about women is that we are very resourceful when we want. And when something is important to us, we will make it happen. We do. We do. We are very resourceful. So why can't you be resourceful for your own desires? We are so resourceful for other people. We are so quick to give other people advice. We are so quick to support our children, our spouses, our whoever. But what about us? We put our dreams in the back burner. That has to end. My burning desire and purpose must drive out all fear and doubts. That's a statement, and I run with it with you. My burning desire and sense of purpose must, without compromise, drive out any fear or doubts. I love it. Thank you, Kenny. Love it. And I want to say this: what new habits do I want to form? And the word habits can be like, a bit boring, like, why habits? Why? But you know what? If you're a rebel like me, you get what I'm saying. But you must have habits. You cannot absolutely achieve the things you want if you're just blase. You wake up when you want, you sleep when you want, you talk to whoever you want. You're just there, like you're just floating in the air. There has to be some habits that drive you, and that's by you coming up with your specific goal. When you have a specific goal, you build habits to surround your goal. So some of the questions that I usually, that will, this is some of the things that we do even in the sprint is, what do I want to achieve? Number one, some people have declared theirs. You must say what it is that you want. When do I want to achieve it? In this case, in the next 100 days. We are going hard. We are going strong. We are not playing, Where do I want to be when I achieve it? What is the end result? Where do I want to be? Visualize yourself on 31st December 2022 when we are together having our party, because we're going to have our celebration party after the sprint. And each one of you is raising your glass at our party and you're saying, guess what? This 100 days, we crushed it. We did it. I can't even wait. Like, I'm just so excited. And then why do I want to achieve it? You must have, it may sound selfish, but it's not selfish. Why? Like, what's the reason? And so, and then, like, you forge the strategic partnerships, you stabilize your income, you throw out fear and walk in confidence. All that for, why do you want to achieve it? We're going to go deep with that as well. And then how are you going to achieve it? Thank God, Kenny, you're in the sprint, because the sprint will help you achieve all these things. Like, I'm coming ready for you guys. I'm not just coming with some hype. Let's do this. I'm going to give you practical strategies that we applied that have really helped us yield great results, not only in my life, but also other people who have been following, who have also achieved great results in their businesses and have used this sprint model to run their business. And with whom am I going to achieve it? So those of you who are joining me for the 100-day sprint, you know who you're achieving it with. We are supporting you to the end. And if you have not registered, please consider it. Doors are still open. We start next Thursday at a time like now. We will be having our first session. And by then, I believe everybody who is in is in. Then progress. Who and what is hindering your progress? You need to ask yourself, who is stopping you from being the very best of yourself? Be honest with it. And what is hindering your progress? Could be a person, could be a place, could be a thing. And then number 7 is, where do you need additional support? We all need additional support. So for me, one of the things I was so keen to have this year is team full time. And that's the best gift I give my business. So I'm supported. Like when I'm doing my reels, when I'm doing my social media posts, I get so much support, and that has really lightened the load for me. So where do you need additional support? I always work with coaches. I have never not had a mentor. That's a very crucial part of my business. And then number 8, how will I ensure I complete what I am committing to do? Let me ask you, whether you join the sprint or not, how will you ensure that you complete what you're committing to do? So for those of you who are joining me in the sprint, I'll give you an example. We'll have milestones and you'll have milestone gifts. So you finish our 25 days, we'll go into a raffle. Somebody's going to win something great. Another person Thank you so much, Tim. I was gonna say put in the link for the registration. That's the link. It's in the chat, and please register if you've not registered yet. Those of you in Kenya, for M-Pesa, it's 12,100 for the 100 days, a no-brainer. If you're gonna pay with your card, that's the link, bit.ly/100 days, 100-day sprint with Joanne. You can screenshot that and then go and check out our page. So thank you, Tim. And so that's why I say you need to be supported. That's an example of support. And obviously for those who are, doing the M-Pesa option, it's also there, but I'm also gonna give you the figure. And then when you go to the site, you're gonna see the number for the M-Pesa, and it's 12,100 shillings for those in Kenya. Make that investment for yourself for these 100 days that we're together. So those of you, as I said, we're going to be having milestones. So first 25 days, a milestone raffle. First 50 days, another milestone raffle. 75 days, another milestone raffle. 100 days, the big prize. And when I say big prize, it's a big prize. It's going to be major. And then on top of that, we're going to be having triads. Those of you who don't know what triads are, don't worry. If you join the challenge, you're going to get to know what triads are. We'll be having weekly triads. A very, very exciting way to really help you accomplish your goals. You'll also have the accountability from me. We'll have each other in our own little community. So we'll have a private community for that. And then you'll all be having a call with me. For the month, you'll have a call with me just to verify that we are on track with your goals. So your success will be measurable. It will be very measurable. It will be very tangible. So how will I ensure I complete what I'm committing to do? I've already given you some examples. What new habits do I want to form? We will have habit creation in the challenge. That's a must. What are some of the habits you need? Some of you need to wake up half an hour earlier to write that book. Some of you have to get your platforms up and ready to get that course ready. So what are the habits that support that? Some of you will need help to put these things together. And how will I measure success? So she's talked about example. What when you say you're going to form a strategic partnership, how will you measure the success of a strategic partnership? Yeah. When you say stabilize income, what's the figure we're looking at that in the next few months? If you get that every single month, you know that that is stable. Makes sense? We will have to create some tangibles there. And that's what we're going to do together in the challenge. So those of you who are joining me, you're in for a treat. And I want to say this, listen to me. There is greatness inside of you. And I don't just throw this, I'm not just vomiting words, I mean it. There's greatness inside of you. Your calling and purpose is calling you out. And let me tell you what, I know it. The weight when your calling is, Jesus, there's another there's an urgency that is in your spirit. You become so unsettled. And if you're getting what I'm saying, please let me know, because if you've been there, it's such a burden on your back. It's like literally it's sitting on your shoulders, and you're like, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this. And even when the fear is coming, you're like, how God just help me to get it done. Because that's what happened when I launched my business. I had so much anxiety. When I say anxiety, can someone write anxiety? I was thinking first, where will clients come from? Will I know what to do? Will I know what to say? Will people understand what it is that I'm doing? Again, what is it even that I'm doing? I had so many unanswered questions, but it was only in the doing that my journey became clear. And as I took each path, like Rumi says, the doors just started opening. It's like with every step with every step I took, the fog just started lifting. Every step I took, the fog lifted a bit more. I can't explain it. It's like you just have to take the action, and then things just start working on your favor. It's incredible. But you have to be brave, and you have to believe, and you have to get the right support. And I want to say this year has strengthened you and not weakened you. And why I'm saying that with conviction is some of you are like, I'm feeling really weak, I'm feeling really drained. But those are contracting words. They're words that are very constricting, because that may be true, but it's not the truth. Everything that you potentially see as a weakness is a strength. I can tell you, I have been greatly stretched this year. When I say greatly, can someone write GS? Greatly stretched. Yeah, anxiety. I relate, Joanna. I have those. You see? Yeah, you're my people. You know, we go through that. We are type A personalities. We are ambitious. We are driven. We need to. Our greatest desire is to be in control. We want to know what's happening, and that's our greatest weakness as well. Because God smiles. We make plans, and God laughs. Yeah, that's me. We make plans, but God laughs. Because that's a type A controlling personality. You want to know everything, but it doesn't work like that. In your purpose, in this life that I'm leading, it doesn't work like that. It's a life of surrender. Not just surrender, it's a life of sacred surrender. That's what it is. Sacred surrender. Every single day I wake up and I'm like, what are we doing together today? What are you and I doing together? Because it's reached a point I can't depend on myself anymore. That's gone. Yeah. I'm so glad you can relate. And I've even forgotten what GS means. Can you put the full thing? And I just said it now. What does GS mean? What did I just say GS means? Oh dear, that's so funny. All right. I've been stretched and kicked out of my comfort zone. You and I both, I can tell you. So I want to say this: we've been strengthened and not been weakened, and that's a stretching and being kicked out of the comfort zone. And you're still standing. And that means you still have grit to push once more. You can still get it done. And that's what we're going to do in these 100 days. 2022 is not yet over. It's time for some audacious action. Now I'm going to tell you to say AA, which is audacious action. And that one I'll remember because that's all you need to do. Oh, GS, greatly stretched. Thank you. I'm like, what did I tell them to say? But AA, I'll remember audacious action. That one I won't forget because it's the only way. If you do nothing about it, nothing's going to change. It's as simple as that. I can tell you that for a fact. You can talk all you want. You can pray all you want. You can fast and even go and climb mountains. But if you don't take any action, nothing's going to happen. And that's one of the problems I have with people of faith. You can say all those things. Oh, I'm not going to eat for 52 days, but you're doing nothing. You're still hiding behind the fear and hiding behind Jesus and saying that Jesus is going to do this for me. But Jesus supports those people who are also putting in the effort because he's put the desire in your heart and he's put people in your path to help you do the thing. You can just do the thing, vent over. We have to walk with Jesus and still do. He was a carpenter. He did his work. He did his life work even as he served. He took audacious action, right? He did the very things. He healed people. He was action driven. He didn't just sit and say, I'm the son of God. I'm just going to watch all of you go to hell. No, he did his thing. He was active. He was actively involved in community. He was actively involved in mentoring and teaching and guiding. That was his role. What about you? Because he told us in the Bible, it says we shall do greater things. Greater things shall you do. Greater things. Okay, right? GT. Greater things. Okay, write the full word. Greater things. Because when he says greater things, he means greater things. And it's not a joke. Ooh, so my 100-day sprint. I'm so excited. Some of you are like, what's this? Go check it out, but I'm just going to give you a quick lowdown because that's part of what I'm talking about, but not everything I'm talking about. It's a perfect time to refocus your mind. Bring your mind back here. Bring your mind back to your goals, to your intentions, to the vision that you set at the beginning of the year. And then it's a time to refresh your heart. Where has your heart been hardened? Where is your heart a heart of stone? Let's make it a heart of flesh. Let's go back to the things that you're holding within yourself that are holding you back. That's how we're going to refresh your heart. So we're going to do a lot of healing work in those 100 days as well. We're going to heal your heart. We're going to heal your spirit. We're going to heal your mind. I'm not playing. And then we're going to renew our commitments to ourselves. And when I say I'm not playing, and neither are you. Then the 100-day sprint will support you in achieving those quantum shifts rather than little incremental gains. We've been conditioned to think that we do little things. Do step A to step B, step B to step C to step D. No. Who tells you can't jump from A to J? You can. But it's because our minds sometimes limit ourselves to the little incremental steps. And I've learned the moment I started learning about quantum shifts and quantum leaps. If you haven't read the book U Squared by Price, what is it? Price Pratchett? What's his name? Price Pratchett. Can somebody just pull it up for me? Tim, can you just check the book U Squared? Price Pratchett, is that his name? That book changed my life because I completely understood what quantum leaps are. Let me just pull it up for you really quickly, but my team members can support me with that. Uh-huh. Thank you so much. Team, you're neat. They're sending me your goals on WhatsApp so that I can remember who said what. Thank you so much, Jennifer. I really appreciate your help. You yeah, it's Price Pritchett. I got it right. So if you can put the book for me, it's called U Squared. I think this book is just probably one of the best books I've ever read. A high velocity formula for multiplying your personal effectiveness in quantum leaps. And what I like about this is that it really teaches you how to achieve breakthrough performance. Like this, it's not just about attaining gradual incremental success. Here it just shows you how to get things, how to leap literally like a frog, like frog leaps. And we were doing we were watching a video yesterday with my team, and it was saying that a frog can jump, I think, 20 times its body, 20 times its body length. That's leapfrogging, that's a quantum leap. And you can be able to do that as well. So that's what we're going to work on. And then how we're going to do this through accountability. We're going to have additional support, which is the triads that I'm going to talk to you, those of you who will be joining. I'm not going to talk about that here because that's more about the insiders. When you're inside, you know what's inside. When you're outside, sorry. But when you join us, you'll get to know some of these things. And of course, I'll have a whole toolbox of additional resources, as I said, around mindset, around strategy, around goal setting. You'll have around vision, everything that you need to really make this 100 days successful. And then we shall corporately, as a group, explore specific techniques that will enable you to tap deeper into your potential and achieve those stretch goals that you've set. Oh, these are my people. It's not, I know it's Nyambura, yeah, or Betty. It's one of you. These are my or Rose. Who are they? Who do you think this is? Can somebody tell me? It must be one of my mastermind students because they're the ones who call me HFC. And HFC, my mastermind program, they came up with this thing that they call me HFC, which is highly favored coach, and then we call each other HF whatever. So Kaine is HFK, highly favored Kaine, because I'm teaching them to build their HFEs. What a HF is, I help my clients build highly favored empires. So it sounds like a bit of internal dialogue, but that's what happens when you work with a coach. You connect with them and you have this language that you have. So I'm going to let you in. Yes, you see, I knew it's Betty. Thank you so much, Betty. I did say that Nyambura, Betty Rose, because Kenny is here already. So my mastermind ladies, that's the language we use. So this is HFB, highly favored Betty, you're here, and I help them to create highly favored empires in HFT, which is highly favored terrain. Can somebody write for me? HF is in. You guys are getting my initials now. That's why you need to work with me. I love those things. It just makes me so happy. Thank you. That has really made me happy. Thank you, Betty. HFC is very happy and she's here serving you. And I'm happy that you can join me as I help you build your HFS, which is your highly favored sprint. So in the 100-day sprint experience, those of you who are joining me just now, I'll teach you how to design a foolproof monthly, weekly, and daily plan. So you'll have a monthly overall, then we'll have a weekly plan and then a daily plan and a clear strategy so you will follow through. So you're not going to be left to your own devices. You're not going to be thrown there in your own little corner. We're going to do this together because I also have goals. I also have goals and they're serious goals and I'm doing them alongside you. And then I'm going to teach you how to spot roadblocks and obstacles so that you're prepared in advance. One of the things I say is that obstacles will come. They are there. I was talking to somebody yesterday and she was saying, I'd love to join, but I have a wedding, I have this, the other happening. And I'm like, that happens to everybody. Not everybody will be there to attend every single week. However, when you commit, even the replays you'll catch, like I shared with my own experience with my own coach. I wasn't there for every single session, but let me tell you what, when I caught up, I caught up. Why? Because I could see there are obstacles and blocks here, but I'm not going to allow those limitations to stop me from doing what I want to do. I was so vested in the program and in the process that nothing was going to stop me. So how vested are you in this program? How vested are you in this process? How important is it to you? If it's important to you, please sign up. If it's not important to you, please don't sign up, because I only want people who are really willing to go the whole journey. Why? Because everybody else in the challenge, their success is dependent on you showing up. So if I show up and you don't show up, you're bringing the energy of the group down. But if we all come up with this highly favored energy, HFE, you come with highly favored energy and like, we're going to push through no matter what. And when we've had a crappy day, we've had a shitty day, we are there to wipe each other's tears and support each other. Success will be inevitable. Why? Because we're all speaking the same language. And that leads to the next one. What success really means for you personally. What success is for you is not success for me. So we'll have our personal goals. And that's what, like, list your goals. Let me know what it is that you're doing. And then of course, how do we increase your odds of success? We're going to work on your past conditioning mindset, and that's what has given you the results that you have so far. And then, of course, I'll help you remove self-doubt. Those of you who are talking fear, doubt, those words, don't worry, I got you, my girls, right? We'll talk about self-regulation, self-awareness, self-esteem. How do these things affect you achieving your goals? So we're going to work on removing self-doubt and helping you build unshakable self-confidence. And then how to stop beating yourself up when things don't go your way. Because if you're like me, I can tell you, I'm not happy when things don't go my way. I've been a little spoiled brat, but that has since changed. Since I really got into this business, I've calmed down, my friends. Life has taught me well. And I'm so grateful, because that's the same thing I teach my clients. And then the $1 million question that you ask yourself every day. You can't see that, but I know my slides. So the $1 million question that you're going to ask yourself every single day, although we're going to deal with it in the sprint. And as Kenneth says, this is the language I want to hear. I won't let limitations and obstacles get in my way. I'm in for the long haul. So beautiful. So I want everybody to write in the chat, I'm in for the long haul. I'm also going to write that because I want to declare it for myself, and I don't want to be left behind. I'm not playing. I'm here for the long haul. So that's me. Are you in for the long haul? Are you in for the long haul? Let me know. I am in for the long haul. If I'm declaring it as I'm teaching, you too should. Put the baby down. Put whatever you're doing, your foot down. Type, I'm in for the long haul, because the words that come out of your mouth will not return void. They will accomplish everything, because you're in communion with God. You are liaising with Him. So why will you say something and it fails? It won't. So some of the things I'm going to teach you also are contemplative practices. And what are contemplative practices? So for me, I do meditation, although my mind, I must tell you the truth, really goes places. Fact, I won't lie, but I've been able to find an app that works really well for me, and I'll share these resources in there. Prayer is so important. Silence for me. I have to be silent with my mind. I have such a noisy mind sometimes. God, silence me, sit with me. Yeah? Be there, be there, be there. Be present, be in the here and the now. Quality time in nature for me, mindfulness. All this I'll teach you. So I have a toolbox of life skills that I have, of contemplative practices that I use. And these have helped develop my personal and my spiritual awareness. So even in the midst of all the online noise, of all the online space has become so noisy. I was telling another coach today, he contacted me for something else, and I'm like, oh my God, there's so much noise in this space that sometimes I even can't hear myself, And that's why I need to have a contemplative practice that helps me in my vision every single day. and there's so much chaos in the world, so why not now, right? So we're going to help you really come up with your own personal, contemplative or meditative practice so that you can get that peace of mind to finish. And I see you, Flo. Thanks so much for joining us on YouTube, Flo. I can see you have run away from Facebook quickly to YouTube. Thank you. And I hope you've subscribed, guys, to YouTube. Then another thing I want you to do is to write thank you notes, right? Like every day, write 5 things you're grateful for. Please don't just look at these things I'm teaching you here and you're like, yeah, that's so cute. Do it. Like, I'm not coming here just throwing hot air. I want you guys to practice these things, incorporate them, because when you have the burning desire, and then you have this meditative practice, and then you have the gratitude practice, it's like it just gels everything together. It makes it so nice. You can imagine when you go to God and you're like, God, these are my burning desires, but I'm so thankful for you. Thank you so much that you've given me such a good life, even though I know I have some times when I have stress. Thank you so much for this YouTube channel that is growing by the day. Thank you so much for my clients who take time to come and watch these things even through the replay. Thank you so much for my family who never give up on me and who pray for me even under difficult circumstances. So grateful for, and you keep naming them. My brother just had his 1 year anniversary yesterday or the day before, and I'm like, thank you so much for Maureen and Kamau for their 1 year anniversary. I'm so grateful for them. And interestingly, fun fact, I know I'm on social media, but I'll just share. I haven't met his wife yet because they had a COVID wedding and I haven't been home, so I missed their wedding. So I'm yet to meet his new bride as a bride, so I'm really looking forward to going home. Yeah, just giving you a bit of my personal life, but yeah, that's what it means being a coach. You're open. So for your Q4 plan, I want you to write down 3 goals that you want to achieve. So like B has articulated her so well. Thank you so much, Kenny, for articulating yours. Of course, you guys in the challenge, I'm going to share with you mine. And then under each goal, I want you to write why you want to achieve these goals, right? Look at that girl. She's looking at you like, you better be serious. Be serious with your goals. Look at her. She's giving you that look like we're not playing. We're here to do the work. This is the time to do the work. So goal number 1, goal number 2, goal number 3, right? So these goals I'm giving examples. Some of you will go deeper. Some of you, health and wellness, could be money and finances, business and career, family and friends, could be lifestyle and fun. Because some of you never have fun. You never go anywhere, ever. You just stay in your house always. You don't interact with nobody. So you need to incorporate that in your life. Love and romance, personal development and spirituality, very important. So you choose from 3 out of those. And then for each goal, so if it's money and wellness, right? Health and wellness, ask yourself, what actions will I take towards my health and wellness? How can I regulate my blood sugars? How can I make sure I'm not stressed all the time? How can I make sure I'm not pulling my husband's hair out? Stress management, anger management, health and wellness, your mental well-being. Where is your Are you getting the support from healing coaches like Betty to help you process trauma? Or are you sitting with your trauma there in your heart, boom, a big fat lump of trauma that you've not dealt with, and then you lash out at everybody, almost biting the dog and the cat because you have so much unresolved issues. You're so Anybody who crosses your path, you just lash at them. My nails have grown so long. I've been taking this. Can you see? They're so long. I've been taking these supplements and I need to cut them because I don't like really long nails. I've been taking these supplements and they seem to be working. Look how long they are. Now imagine someone coming and scratching you with such nails. This is so interesting. Yes, it is. Even me, I'm enjoying it. You've moved to YouTube. I hope you subscribed. You guys are running to YouTube. Yeah, hurt people. That's it. So you're there lashing out at people. But when you come to the 100-day sprint, we work on these issues. Why are you angry? Like, really, what's the issue? Like, why are you angry? Why are you transferring that anger to me? Like, what have I done? I'm in England, you're in Kenya. What have I done? I'm in England, you're in New York. What have I done? Like, can we process it? Can we deal with it? Can we understand? And same thing, I'm in England, you're there. Where am I angry? Like, let's deal with these things. Let's not hide us under our little cave and assume that things are just going to take themselves out, right? I would love to know. I'll share with you, Betty. You know, you're in a WhatsApp. I'll send you those supplements. They really, of course, in the challenge we'll talk, but I'll even send to you after this call. Remind me on WhatsApp. I'll send you. I'm not playing with my supplements. I wish I could run to my room and show you guys. Just say yes if you want me to run and show you. Just say, because I can literally show you the supplements in a minute. I don't have to, you don't have to be in the challenge to know the supplements. I'm happy to share them because they've really helped me. They've really, even my skin, they've really helped with my skin as well. And HFN is, I don't know if she's here. She was also telling me, oh, your coach, your skin. We had a coaching call and she was telling me the skin. Okay, I'll wait for a few years because I don't want to run for one person, because I have direct contact with you. I can text you, but if other people say they want, I can show them. Let's continue. Where was I? You guys, you really take me with you, right? Then goal number 2, ask yourself, so if it's your money and finances, what are the actions you're going to take to complete this goal? And then goal number 3, what are the actions you're going to take to accomplish the goal? Those in the challenge, we go deep. I'm just giving this for purposes of YouTube. So what are some of the tools that will help you crush the goals in the 100 days that we are together? Look at me. I didn't mean I didn't mean 200-day challenge sprint. I meant 100-day sprint. I've doubled it. Sorry, my bad. So the tools that will help you crush goals is joining me on the 100-day sprint. If you've not paid and you're planning to pay, please just pay. Get it out of the way. Don't procrastinate. It's a week from now. Just get it done. Join me. Let's do this thing. Of course, accountability is so crucial. I just finished with my accountability partner, and she's we are so excited, to do this 100 days together. She will be holding me accountable. I will teach you how to create a daily mindset ritual. Those of you who have worked with me previously, we've done that, but we're going to do it specifically for the challenge. Daily gratitude blitz. I've shown you what to do with that. It's your 5 gratitude. Boom, 5 in a day. And then thank you so much, Betty. I notice the skin is looking great. God bless you. Thank you so much. I love it when you say those sweet things. They make me really happy. And then if you can tell, one of my love languages is words of affirmation, just so you know. I love it when I'm affirmed. It's one of my love languages. A daily, so when you guys do when you chat, I'm just giving you an example. When you put the things I tell you to put in the chat, that's my love language. That's why I'll tell you, put this in the chat, do the other. That's my love language. For someone else, they couldn't be bothered with that. But for me, when I say write HFC, write this, it really makes me happy because that's my love language. So you need to know yourself. For some of you, you'll be like, oh, it doesn't matter whether they're right or not. To me, it matters. So please just do it to make me happy. Thank you very much. And then a daily manifestation journaling. This is scripting. I'm going to teach you how to script, to write things like they've already happened. We do this with future pace. We do such amazing things. You guys won't believe the techniques that I use in my life and business that I'm going to teach you in those 100 days. And then a feel good music playlist. Nothing beats a good playlist. If you don't have music that inspires you, I'm so sorry. This time, in fact, one of my songs, like, it's been on repeat. This is my favorite song. As I'm gonna start playing for you. I hope YouTube was not gonna cancel it. No, I don't want to cancel it to affect my thing. I'll play for you at the end just in case. Yeah, so I'm gonna run and get the things for you in a short while. Let me just finish these slides. And then I want you to think to yourself that you're looking forward, and it's end December. You're thinking it's 31st December and we're at the bash. I want you to ask yourself, what incredible things did you accomplish over the last 100 days? What are you really grateful for that you got to do over the 100 days? Where did you get out of your own limitations? Where did you get out of your own doubts, out of your own fears? Gratitude can change your life. And then I want you to think at that end of December 31st, what is it that you want to take with you into 2023? What are you taking with you forward? And what is it that you do not want to take with you into 2023? Some of you know I'm not carrying this with me into 2023. So I want you to reflect. So as you reflect for 1 minute, let me run and get for you the supplements that I'm using. So Is there a way to turn off my video? I don't know if that can work. I don't know. We're just gonna run. Is there a way? Yeah. So just do that work. I'll be back in a second. Don't move, right? I just want to show you those supplements. Now I'm back and I can't see where to start the video. Oh, okay. There. Thank you for being patient. So let me stop this for a moment. Can you see me? Me only? What you're sharing now is a full module. Yes. You know, I don't. We don't play with giving value, because I always say. So these are the supplements. Can you see it? It's called Life Plan. You see, it has B6, B12, folic acid, and then I take it with vitamin D as well. This is what I take every single day. And there are others, but these are the main ones. So just so you can see, say yes or no. That. So this I take every single day, one. And then this other one I take every single day. This one. It's really helping. You see, it even has hair. And did you what? And it helps with metabolism. You see, one a day for normal homocysteine metabolism. So it metabolizes, so it clears your system. You're good. You're clear, your mind, the fog. And then I have another one downstairs, but that one I'll show you the challenge. It's different. But all of them combined, but these are the main ones for now. Just once you get these ones, these are really, look at those nails. You can't cut through this. Even a nail cutter, the other day I was trying to cut. And look, like this one, you see, I've cut a bit. It was so brittle, I couldn't even, anyway. You can see. Okay, I've even gone to my own stories. Let's go back. You know, it's like I feel you in my house, like we are having coffee. That's how I'm feeling, like we're together, like I'm with you. So I'm just talking. Bless you, darlings. Thank you so much for being with me. Hiya, let's continue. So gratitude, we've talked about gratitude. It's a catalyst for happiness. It can change your life. And it's the spark that lights a fire of joy. We are together. When you're grateful, everything changes. You cannot be ungrateful and grateful at the same time. You can't. Those two vibrational frequencies cannot operate together. You cannot be saying, thank you, God, for your great, your amazing love for me, and in the same sentence, you're angry and bitter and resentful. It won't work. Those two vibrational frequencies cannot work together. So I want you to be happy. And I can tell you that if you're grateful, this is a powerful catalyst for happiness. It's a spark that lights the fire for joy in your life. Thanks, Tim. We're together. Tim, can you put the link again for me, but I can still pull it up for the challenge? If you've not registered for the challenge, you better do. As you've heard, Betty said this is a full module. And as I wind up, I want to say this. Those of you who are procrastinating about anything, whether you work with me or not, that's not the issue. The issue for me is, why are you procrastinating? And I want to say that procrastination is the arrogant assumption that you have the time tomorrow to do what God has for you to do today. Let that sink in your head right now. I'm going to repeat it for somebody. Procrastination is the arrogant assumption that you have the time tomorrow to do what God has for you to do today. That's by Bishop Rosie O'Neill. Please don't have that sense of entitlement. I'm going to do tomorrow. Even this. Oh, I'm going to pay tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow. Who knows you're going to be here tomorrow? Just commit and say you're going to do the thing. And then put your hand on the plow and we do the work together. Because as I said, when you're specific, when you know what it is that you want, don't be, it's not about being a perfectionist. It's not being, like going crazy with that goal. The main thing is you have the goal. And the main thing is that you have a burning desire to accomplish the goal. And the main thing is that you have the support and the accountability to help you achieve the goal. So if this is for you, I want to extend my hand and say that the 100 day sprint, the doors are still open for you. We start officially next Thursday. And then we're going to meet the next week on the Thursday. And then subsequent sessions will be on Tuesday. So next Thursday is our first session, is our intro. So it's going to happen around this time. So the video, this YouTube will be done earlier. I'm working around that because this is the time I'll be meeting my sprinters for this week and next week. And then after the next week, Thursday, all other sessions will be on Tuesday. So obviously I'm going to talk about that more. And it's in the evening, so no excuse. And for those of you in the US, it will be at 1 p.m. during your lunchtime. So you should be fine. I don't see why nobody should join. So just block out the time. So on that note, I'm going to stop this share and come back and say this. My life has changed, not for anything other than commitment. When I think about this journey into 6 years of business, full time, what can I say has been the thing that has driven me the most? It's the burning desire to serve you all, the burning desire to accomplish everything that God has assigned me to do, because one day we will not be here, each one of us. That's just the reality of life. I'm in the country, the Queen has died. I never ever thought the Queen will die. She's been there since I was born. I knew her from Kenya, I knew her from here. I love the Queen. Many of you who know, I adore the Queen. I absolutely love the Queen. But she's royalty. And that's why I say you live your one royal life with boldness and courage, because I love the royal family. But guess what? Queen Elizabeth is no longer there. Her time is done. Right now, it's just her body lying in state. Her soul has gone. She's lived her days. And that's the same thing that will happen to you. I'm not a prophet of doom, but it's a fact. Two things. You'll pay taxes. Two things are sure in this life: taxes and death. This will never not happen. But between now and the time you die, the day you are born and the day you die, this period in between is called your dash. What have you done in your dash? Who have you impacted in your dash? What goals, what intentions have you placed forth and accomplished? Have you fulfilled your purpose? Can you go and stand in front of your Creator and He puts His hand on your head and He says, "My lovely Joanne, my good, beautiful servant, you ran the race. You've done me proud. I've done this," those words, right? You've run the race and you've accomplished your crown, your prize. I'm butchering the words, but my good and faithful servant, you have won the race. You have reached the other side, and I'm so proud of you. Those are the words I pray for every single day, that will be my portion, that will be my story, and that's why I want us to do this together. I'm not here to force anybody to do what they don't want to do. But for those who know that this is for them, they know. You'll just know. It's the same way I watch my coaches and I'm like, "Oh, you're my person. I could enter the computer and hug you and eat you alive with joy because you're my person." That's how I feel, right? I feel that about my mentors. And some of you feel like that about me, right? And some of you are like, "Oh, she's not for me." And that's cool. But I want to say that those who are for me and are with me, let's run this race with dignity, with honor, with integrity, and with pride, and with a commitment to finish. But it starts with a burning desire. And as I said, my coach said to me, that burning desire, no one can ever give it to you. No one can ever teach it to you. It is inside you already. Let's ignite that flame. Let's set that flame on fire. Let's do this thing. And as Betty winds up, she says something so beautiful. Thank you so much, Joanne. You're such a trailblazer. I salute you for your passion, and I take my hat off for you too, HFB. I love the royal family too. I miss Queen Elizabeth. Thank you. We will do this together. We are in this together. You know what, Betty? We are doing it. For me, even if I'm by myself with my team and Kaine and Kathy, the ones who have paid. You know what? We'll do it, even if we are five. I'm so excited. Carol, those who are in, the ones who have signed up, Sasha, the Melissa, those who have signed up, whoever is in is in. You know what I mean? Like, even if we are three, I'm so excited for this challenge. So I hope to see you all. It starts with a deep burning desire, a deep burning desire. It is inside of you. It cannot be taught to you even by the best coach in the world. I cannot pray it over you. I cannot breathe it into you. It is already in you. All we need to do is to fan it. All we have to do is to ignite it. All we need to do is to perpetuate. Perpetuate, for my English people, you're like, what is Joanne saying? Perpetuate is to this, like to. Can someone read for me in English? What's that? Like to make it really come alive. Perpetuate, perpetuate. Yeah. Yeah, so that's my prayer. I don't know. I don't feel like going. I don't feel like going. I'm just so happy. Let me read for you the affirmation my coach sent me, then I can go. And I have a call in a few minutes. So let me read for you. So beautiful. Let me read for you. Fun. Yes. Thank you. You see, you people help me. All right. So she sent me this message. Oh. I move with power, poise, and conviction. Life listens to me. When I speak, things move into manifestation. With God by my side, I can literally bend reality. I'm going to post that. Literally bending reality is the quantum leaps that I'm going to teach you in the challenge. Right? I know I don't feel like going. Okay, let me start again the message. I move with power, poise, and conviction. So put your name. Me, Joanne, Wairimo Muturi. Those of you who don't know, my middle name is Wairimo, JWM. I move with power. Now put yours. Me, HFC, JWM. Me, highly favored coach Joanne Wairimo Muturi. I move with power, poise, and conviction. Life listens to me. When I speak, things move into manifestation. With God by my side, I can literally bend reality and call forth all I want to see. Money, love, and abundance. And of course, I have to add my favorite word: money, love, abundance, and purpose flows to me easily, freely, and effortlessly. I am a powerful, unstoppable. I have to add my own words. I am a powerful, this is me adding, I am a powerful, unstoppable, next level woman. And on that note, next week I'll be here a bit earlier, an hour earlier. I'll tell you the time. You guys will get the notification because I'll be teaching my ladies at the sprint. We'll be doing our grand entry into their 100 days. So I'm going to be teaching them. My attention will be there. And then we'll resume once I've settled them because that's where my attention will be. So I wish you all the very best. Those of you who are joining me, welcome to this world. We're gonna do great things together. And even if you wouldn't be joining me, do it anyway for yourself. Find a friend, an accountability partner. Just find somebody to walk with you. But don't abandon this 100 days. You can do magic. You can do something. Love you, HFB. Love you, everybody. Sending you all my love. Go and buy my supplements. I don't have an affiliate code. They're not giving me any commissions. It's Betty who asks, and the rest of you get what it is. And then remember the 2 books I mentioned here. Don't forget to get the Think and Grow Rich and start with this Burning Desire module, which is module 1, where we talk about definiteness of purpose, that we must win no matter what, right? So we must win no matter what. Yeah. So we're gonna do that. And then I've also told you to buy the book I won with my coach called Bamboozled by Jesus. And then I've also referred to U Squared, and all these books. Those of you in the challenge, guess what? We have a book club in the sprint. So we're going to read those books together. More reason to join the sprint. We're going to have a book club. And so we're going to read a book a month. So for the 3 months, you guys know what we're going to do, and we're going to do it together. Can't wait. Sign up. Here's the link the last time. Don't procrastinate. Make your payment, make your investment right away. Let's do it. And then I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow on Instagram at some point. Say bye in the chat. Tell me bye. 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 See you, everybody. I'll see you soon.